Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. This time we're taking a look at an Age of Extinction figure, and it's the Voyager class Galvatron. Now, at the time of the recording, this is 2 days after the Age of Extinction release, and because of some things that affect the figure, there is a spoiler warning. So if you have not seen the movie, I would not watch this video because I'm going to talk about things from the movie. You have been warned. So let's take a look at the package, talk about the character itself a little bit, and then get the toy out. So here he is in package, looking all Bayformer Galvatron-y, which is kind of interesting. Here he is at the bottom. We got Galvatron, of course, the TF4 logo. I love the packaging with the Transformers on the side there. He's got the wraparound artwork, which is kind of cool. Now, he's a lot smaller than some of the other characters, at least thinner. Which is kind of a theme in this new Bayformers film. So the box art is kind of weird. It's kind of got this almost pyramid look going on here. Here's the side of the package. Transformers Generations Voyager class, series number M4, number 004. It's interesting that this is a Generations series and not the movie series, which obviously it is. We've got here's the top of the package. Really nothing going on there. Bottom of the package, authentic Transformers. Side of the package, just very, very plain Jane. And then here is the back of the package, where we have a picture of Galvatron in robot, truck, and bio and all that kind of stuff. So here is the bio. If you want to pause and read that, you can. Now, it's kind of interesting that it talks about as long as there's a spark in a Decepticon, the age-old battle is going to continue, which in the film, Galvatron doesn't have a spark. They talk about that, and you know, he's a reformat of Megatron. They're basically using Transformium to build a copy of Transformers, and Megatron uploads himself into Galvatron, which is very much like the Transformers animated series, where Megatron was a head in a lab, and he was building himself a new body. So that really pulls, I think, from that storyline to me. It's an interesting way to reformat Megatron into Galvatron without having Unicron. Of course, he plays the humans like puppets, which is really cool. But they make mention of the fact that, you know, he doesn't have a spark. He's soulless. Makes him fearless. So that's kind of interesting. They also make mention of this giant hole in the chest where the guy running the company doesn't like it, and one of the scientists thinks it's pretty badass. And I figured it was going to be a gun or something, but it wasn't. It's just kind of there. It's just a big hole in his chest. And then, of course, a lot of people are complaining about his gun here, how it's not painted in the actual figure. Like, it's got the really nice paint apps here, which is kind of unfortunate because I do like the tires coming here, forming the barrel at the end. I think that'd look kind of cool, and that'd be an easy enough fix, I suppose. Another interesting piece down here, we got the truck mode, which is looking really cool, is Autobot Hound, and it says sold separately, but they're also adding the line subject to availability. I've seen that on these new figures quite a bit, and that's kind of interesting. Is that talking to the short pack nature of some of the figures? People are complaining? I don't know. That's kind of interesting. And he transforms into 17 steps. So let's get him out of the package and see what he looks like. Okay, so here we have Galvatron out of package in his robot mode, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Here are the new instruction sheets for the new series figures, and the one thing I did notice, in addition to the paint app missing on the gun, he is also missing paint apps on the face, which I think would have helped as far as detail goes. If you notice, there's kind of a silvery paint app on his face, kind of a silvery blue, that is actually not present on the figure itself. And that's a shame, because I think really could have taken some detail and brought it out. But yeah, so here he is out of package. And when you first get him out of the package, he looks so flat, he looks so squished, and he's really actually not that bad. He's pretty decent. Now, if I can get this to focus here, he does have a lot of detail on his face, which is kind of cool, but the problem is that gray plastic, it just kind of disappears. So a black wash or maybe that silver bluish paint could have helped pull some of that detail out. That could have been really, really cool. But I love the blue, the kind of silvery blue apps all over him look really, really nice. I think that's cool. The gold looks pretty cool. He has a Decepticon logo right here, which did not exist in the film. He does not have that in the film. Let's see, what else? This gun thing doesn't exist in the film either. I don't remember him using that. And the gun is okay. I mean, the gun's got a lot of cool detail on it as well. Lots of wires and things going on, and I like the tires being used as the barrel. Very cool stuff. Now, he can hold this as a regular blaster, but it also has a port so that you can just kind of clip it down, and it really looks like it's molded onto the figure, like it's coming out of the figure's forearm, which is really cool. I think that's the way it looks best displayed, for sure. Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, he's not a bad figure. He's the first Decepticon we've actually gotten out of this series. Where's Stinger? I think he'll be a really cool deluxe figure if they make him. I don't even know if they're going to. He does not have elf shoe feet like the Dinobots, which is really cool. I am digging that. And a lot of people are complaining about his backpack. So he's got this little backpack here, and this is essentially the cab of the truck. He is kind of a shell former in the fact that this is going to expand out, and this robot's going to fold all up into it during transformation. If you go check out Imgo's review of this guy, he shows how that operates very, very, very well. So definitely check that out if you're interested in that, because, well, I don't like to show transformations in my videos because it takes too long. But yeah, and the reason that they did that, obviously this robot, it looks nothing like a truck. I mean, it looks like a Bayformer robot. And in the film, the transformium that they're made out of, it breaks apart in these tiny little bits, and all these rebuilt, reformatted Decepticons just kind of break apart in these little bits and reformat into whatever they want to. Galvatron being a truck, and then Stinger being a really cool-looking sports car. But yeah, so that's why they had to do that as far as the figure goes, which is okay. The truck looks like it's going to be pretty cool, and the robot itself is not too bad. Again, it's just there's so much detail that is missing out. I think a really cool paint app would truly, truly help this figure. Maybe we'll get a nice repaint from Takara someday. Or, you know, I'm just going to get another one of these guys if I can find him, and then probably just do a custom paint myself to try to bring some of these really nice details out. But let's get him in his truck mode and see what we think about that. Alright, so here we have Galvatron in his truck mode, and yes, it is a beautiful thing. I really do like this look. It looks nice. Transformation is pretty fun. It's not that difficult, and I really find it ingenious, to be honest, how this little cab collapses up and down. That was really, really well done, even though it does kind of make him a shell former, a lot of people think, but that's okay. It's different. We have not seen that before. So, yeah, I really love the smoky windows. The dark gray plastic is just really nice with all of its little swirls. We got the silver paint apps. The detail is spectacular. I mean, it just looks really, really nice. And it's very film accurate as far as the look of the truck. I think it's a little darker in the movie than this. I think there's more black on it, but that's okay. We initially thought this was going to be Ultra Magnus or maybe even Motormaster. But turns out it was Galvatron. And the reason that it's a truck is, well, they were trying to model Optimus Prime, and that's why he turned into a truck. They even talked about, why does it keep looking like Megatron when we want it to look like Optimus Prime? And Galvatron was supposed to be a remodel, a retool of Optimus Prime, and Stinger, a retool of Bumblebee. Of course, Megatron had different ideas and took the prototypes over, which, you know, are pretty cool stuff. Now, he does have Detail on the back, we got the nice panels here. We've got the smokestacks, two different types of smokestacks, actually. And then we have a trailer hitch, which is cool. But there's a lot of robot kibble back here, and we can see the opening piece. But from the front end, you really can't tell a difference on it at all. And I want to get a G2 Optimus Prime black trailer to go with this guy. I think that will really, really set the figure off. Of course, he didn't have a trailer in the movie, but I think that would look cool. Now, his weapon, as far as weapon storage. So here's his little gun thing. It's supposed to go on the top here, which looks kind of silly. What a lot of people have been doing is just kind of mounting it on the back piece here and just put the missile underneath so that it sits kind of like that, which makes it look less goofy than sitting on the top there. And that's okay, I suppose. I really think I'm going to get the G2 trailer and put that on there. I'd really like to see this guy in a Nemesis Prime paint job. I think that would look really, really cool. Maybe we'll get one from Takara, who knows, or custom. That could be another really cool custom for this figure. I think that would just look really badass because the truck design is gorgeous. So there he is, Galvatron, from the Transformers Age of Extinction movie series. Thanks for watching, guys, and look for more videos in the future.